Hello and happy whatever day of the week it is to all of you while you're watching it right now. In case it matters later on in the video, today is presidential election day here in the US. I state that because if I talk about things being prices, what they are, volatility, just want to give a quick reference as to what I'm referring to, because we're expecting things to kind of go all over the place today as updates come out to say who do they think is going to win the presidential election on every given hour. So before I get too much more into this today, just the standard, nothing here is financial advice. Nothing I say will ever be financial advice, but I do advise you to look into anything I say that is interesting to you. So if you can, subscribe, press the like button, ring the little ding thing so you get notified when more videos are coming out, presuming you find this at all interesting, entertaining, useful, etc. And also feel free to follow me on Twitter or Twitter X. I post things on there routinely, and today's whole conversation actually comes stemming from there. I probably should have written the guy's name down, but I had a conversation back and forth on one of his posts about hash flow, HFT. Simply comes down to no one really talks about this coin, no one really knows it exists. So it caught my attention when I found out someone's been following it for essentially since it came out about a year and a half ago. It's its first bull run, which is bullish in most circumstances. Mostly probably down to shiny object syndrome. Everyone likes the new thing. So I got high hopes for hash flow HFT. And I want to get kind of into the conversation that I had with this guy. It was his concern, or him voicing concerns, asking anyone else who's ever heard of this coin, does it matter that there's going to be more tokens being released? I think he said this week. In fact, this is no concern to me in most cases. Coins being released never directly affects price action. What I mean by that is if we dump a bunch of coins in, it was allocated and it's now going out to the free market, it doesn't dilute the market like we want to say it does, like if we're printing a lot of fiat currency, right? But what does happen is people think that occurs, so they either buy or sell based on their own emotional feelings. And this is why you'll see sometimes when there's about ready or the day of a token release on any given coin, it might go up, it might go down. It has nothing to do with the fact that coins are released. It's all in the response of how retail expects it to go. And well, buy or sell, it's going to go up or down. But with HFT, I like it, the fact that one, it's on a pretty strict plan as to how frequently and when, actually very strict plan of how much tokens are being released when. In fact, it's every month on the 6th, 1.58% of the full coin supply, which I do apologize, guys, I don't have that off the top of my head. At least not in a confident stance. I'm not going to confuse it with another one I've been looking at. But so HFT hash, I don't see it as a bullish or bearish thing when coins get released. It's just like migration. It could be good, it could be bad. It really all depends on the why. Like if there was a supply shock that was expected versus unexpected would make a huge difference versus, every given time, X amount of coins come out. If you see it coming, you can plan accordingly. This wasn't a shock to me, so it was nothing I care about. I actually bought more today because it's now less than my entry price. And really have to go back and look, but I know it's at the tied right now 11 cents. Right? Tied at the all-time low for the year. I think it might be the all-time low outside of when it was first released, because new coins, when they get released, tend to fly up, fly down, consolidate, and they do that a couple of times until everyone kind of figures out what they want to do with it. So I DCA'd. I bought a little bit more at 11 cents. I brought my average down a little bit, and I'm happy with it. I'm still predicting it's going to hit, so Candlewick hit, when I say all-time high, about 225. This is one thing that, what's his name? I apologize, I might have to tag you in this. Said on X about he's expecting at least $3. Okay, I didn't get into the whole why do you think this, all of that, but real quick, for those who have not heard of Hashflow before, it's a DEX, decentralized exchange. It works with several of the large exchanges, helps do a bridge-like effect without bridging, so it keeps fees down. It seems to be a little faster, at least they brag about it. It's got over 600 million connected wallets. So this thing it's doing exchanging. It's being used at a very nice rep and rate. And it appears to be most correlated with Avalanche, good old AVAX. To the point where when I watch how Avalanche goes, if it goes up or down more than about 6%, within 48 hours, hash flow goes with it in the same direction, about the same percentage, a little bit less, which just lets us know how close the integrations with hash flow is to AVAX. And I use that for me personally as a note of when to buy. If I see Avalanche go up, which it has not, it's gone down recently, and then hash flow went down too. I like the project, I believe in it, so I bought more. And if I see that Avalanche boost one day, I will likely go straight to HFT, see where it's at, because I will fully expect then it will go up. So that's a good sign to me of getting a little bit more if I have some extra cash in USDC or whatnot to move over to it. The fact, again, Coinbase backs it. That's a big deal. There's no reason, if there's no other reason to look into hash flow, there it is, right? Because there are so many DEXs, right? There's other good ones too, like Pangolin, PNG. I don't own it, but it does very much the same thing at a very similar rate, slightly higher price last time I looked. I don't remember the tokenomics of that one for a full comparison. But they're competitors, but they work together. They essentially do the same thing. But if one's backed fully by Coinbase, which of all the DEXs, there's very few, I'll put my money where the big and smart money puts theirs. And DEXs are usually safer bets in terms of altcoins, right? I gotta go ahead and say safer for crypto, for altcoins, because volatility, everything can go to zero. We understand this. But coins that get price action or projects that make money for people using them, and there's a use, they're safe. This is where like layer ones really are safe. You know, we're never usually worried about maybe price action, but not things like Ethereum going to zero, Solana going to zero, Avalanche going to zero, Multiverse. You know, they're not going to go to zero. They're being used. They have a lot of projects that are on those ecosystems. They're making money, so they go up. Base, great example. That thing's been everything base right now has been going very well. So there's certain ones that are safer than others. This is a very low market cap one. Last time I looked I think it was 53 million market cap, which, again, lower the market cap, a little bit more volatile, and certainly a little bit more risky, but also lets you know the amount of room there is for growth. So when I'm looking at size of market caps, it ends up being a decent factor in me determining the amount of risk. Right? And risk versus reward. 50 million market cap has a lot more room to go than something that's already at a 2 billion. It doesn't mean it will, but it certainly means the odds of it's much more likely. Volatility tends to come with it, especially if there is a low amount of coins. So I guess that's really where I wanted to go on the update with HFT hash flow today. It's not well known yet, which is a pro and a con, right? It means that those who are in it now are in it very early. We're going to get the best prices, most likely. I don't foresee it going much lower than 11 cents. I'm betting on it not going much lower. I put money into it. But it's also because that's the lowest it has been as well. And okay, it might dip down into 10. I'd be shocked if it really goes any lower because it's being used. We're entering any day now. All right, next 2 months realistically, starting where we're going to see the height of bull market start hitting for certain narratives and certain coins. And so if you see something that's at a lower rate than it has been, which there's going to be a lot of coins right now, quite a few, that are the lowest it's been in over a year. Go back to your watch list, assuming you have one, and make your own assessment. I see the opportunity of a lot of great new positions to open. I'm not picking many of them. Actually, Hashflow was one of them recently. I don't think I've been in it more than 2 months. It very well could have been less than that. But now's a great time to look for new positions. Not just HFT. Really look through what you see, what you like on the altcoins, or even some of the larger market caps. A lot of things are low right now. Always be careful with it. Volatility is, well, volatile. We have no idea actually what's going to happen. We presume heavily, and I'm on board with this, that the presidential election in the U.S. will make an impact. I don't think it'll make a long-term impact. I don't think it's going to change the bull market by any means. But depending on who wins, the next month could definitely be different. And then past a year, who gets in will definitely affect the regulations, rules, taxation, those kind of things that play. But for the rest of this bull run, who becomes president should make a difference. I referenced this in another video, but I do believe that if Trump wins, and I guess probably by the time this comes out, we'll see if I'm a liar or not, because I don't plan on posting this today. So I guess we'll see if I'm right. I'm expecting right now, future me will correct it, if Trump wins, we're probably going to have everything raise up, specifically Bitcoin, by a decent percentage. Probably see some volatility in about, well, I'd say less than a week, probably like a 2 to 4 day period, going up. Probably some altcoins going down because there'll be new people coming into Bitcoin, and it appears like people have been selling off their altcoins just in case, and I think they're going to re-enter back on Bitcoin and jump on this, because that's where most of the new retail people who aren't currently invested are going to go. And then I expect it's going to consolidate back down to normal within 2 weeks after that. So I think that before we're making or finalizing all of our Christmas plans, everything's going to consolidate back and we'll be on track for whatever's supposed to happen. I think if Harris gets it in, I think it's going to kind of be the opposite. I think things are going to go down for a probably a little bit longer period, maybe up to 2 or 3 weeks. Less, I think, if she directly addresses and talks about crypto. If either one of them in their inauguration speech or their celebratory, whatever, I guess it's not inauguration, that happens later, and they directly mention crypto, doesn't even have to be anything specific. It could be as much as woohoo, go Bitcoin, and that'll be enough to keep things up. But I do think that there's a better chance that if Harris gets in, things are going to go down for 2 weeks or so. And if that's the case, I will probably come out here and tell you guys I am saving USDC and to add into the bags. I'm keeping some spare change just in case. So, moral of the story, check out Hashflow. No one's ever heard of it. It's new, which again, the pro to that is we get early prices. And as other people jump in, which is likely going to happen because it's a low-cost coin, which really shouldn't mean anything. But when you have new people come into the market, everyone likes, oh, if I can put $100 in and get one coin versus I'll put $100 in and we get thousands of coins, that just makes it seem like it's cooler. So being a lower price coin actually does come into its benefit, statistically speaking. So let me know below in the comments, what do you think? Am I completely bullish for absolutely no reason and there's nothing special about Hashflow? Have you actually heard of it before, looked into it, and decided to go elsewhere? Is there another coin, project, or some random crypto news that you want me to look into, tear apart, or just have fun with? Please let me know. And I'll talk to you guys all again soon. Peace.